The following ideas are based on real interviews. This is Alice, an entrepreneur with a successful startup in Paris. After being interviewed by a group of Sciences Pis on public procurement opportunities, she decided to go online and find out how to apply for a public tender. 1 hour later, Alice started to get discouraged and frustrated. As an entrepreneur, she's used to getting straight to the point, but this time she felt like she was going around in circles. She knew all the information was on the website, but everything was so complicated that she even had trouble understanding the instructions. In addition, there was no easy way for her to interact with the public service, and none of her colleagues knew how to either. Alice decided to give up because she simply does not have the time to understand the process. Speaking of time, that's another important issue we must address. For startups, time is of the essence, and each minute must be used wisely. In addition, their small size allows them to work efficiently with less bureaucracy within the organization. All of the startups we interviewed emphasized that they work in a very fast-paced environment. On the other hand, the amount of rules, bureaucracy, and red tape in the public sector means it has to move at a much slower pace. This presents a huge clash in the operating timeframes between the two entities. Finally, there is the issue of uncertainty. Even if Alice was willing to spend her time and resources on applying for public procurement projects, she doesn't actually know if she will get the contract. Thus, many startups we interviewed assumed that a personal connection with the public service was necessary, or that the larger companies would receive the contracts anyways. For them, they simply do not have the time, resources, or economies of scale to compete with larger companies. Delving deeper, we realize that all these problems are signs of a bigger problem. There is a general mismatch between the needs of a startup and how the public service functions. However, don't let that get you down. Here are some solutions that we came up with to help startups and the public service better understand each other.